The new paradigm is already here. And in today's video, I'm going to share really the core fundamental difference that you are going to want to know about and you are going to want to implement in your life if you want to start creating in the new paradigm. And I really hope you do, because it's a lot more fun. It's limitless, it's expansive, it feels better, it's more in alignment, it's more energizing. It's just a completely different reality. Okay. So I'm going to explain the core fundamental change that needs to change within you and how you live your life. Before I do that though, I want to talk about what does it really mean? When I say the new paradigm is here, it's really important to know and understand what this means. So when I then talk about the core change, you're going to be like, oh yeah, okay, I got it. I totally get it. And it really is a big change. The old paradigm and the new paradigm are completely different. They're not like sort of different. Your entire operating system of how you've lived your life to this point is based on the old paradigm. It's like, it's that deep. It's your entire operating system needs to change to go from the old paradigm to the new paradigm. Now, what I will also say is that it takes time and you will be in a transitionary period to go from the old to the new. So I don't want you to think that you should be able to jump over there, overnight or in a month. It's not realistic. It's not possible, because it's that deep of a change within us. And there is a transitionary period where you will be 1 foot in the old and 1 foot in the new. Now, the problem I see with a lot of people when they come to me is they are 1 foot in the old, they're 1 foot in their new, they're in that transitionary period, but they're really hesitant to like bring that second foot and come fully over here. Okay. That does have to happen at some point, but just know that there is a transitionary where you're 1 foot in the old and 1 foot in the new, because it is that fundamental of a difference. But I also want you just to think for a moment. Like, I remember when I was a kid, as a small child, I was so confused at life. Like, why is it we create these lives that we just like go through the motions? Like, what's the point? Like, you just, you go to school, you get a job, you get married, you do all have kids. Like, what's the point of all this, right? And so much of what we've been taught is just not nourishing for our soul, not nourishing for our spirit. So, although I say there is a transitioner and it does take some time to get over there, it's worth it. So I wanted just to say, like, when you feel it deep in your soul, like the old paradigm was never meant for the human spirit. It wasn't. So this one is. And that's the beauty of it. And I just love it over here. So such a different reality. So I want to talk about, like, what does it mean? So the new paradigm is here. So the old paradigm, and for hundreds of thousands of years, I don't know how many years, but the old paradigm is built on a frequency. So the frequency in the planet stayed at a certain level for many, 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 many years. Okay. And it was a low frequency. And it was based on fear, lack, and scarcity, like all sort of that lower frequencies: anger, doubt, anxiety, all those things. And so what we did was we built an entire operating system based on those frequencies. Okay. So if you can think of it this way, this is the frequency of the planet, and you within that planet as well. Your reality is always going to match that frequency. So what all of us did really was we were born into a planet that had fear, lack, and scarcity as the operating frequency. So we built lives that matched that, not intentionally. We were told this is just what it was to be a human. This is just what you had to do. You had to sacrifice, you had to self-abandon, you had to do all those things, right? But that was because the frequency was low. And just it's important to know that your reality is always going to match, right? Like they're going to line up. So that's when you create a reality that you can't take a break from. You don't ever feel like you can take a break from work, or like to just like relax and take care of yourself, like truly, truly take care of yourself. It's because you're still locked into this frequency, right? So that's the old paradigm. It was hustle, it was grind, it was all those things, but you had to do those things. And that was the operating system at the time. Okay. But what's now happened? 2020, 2012, pardon me, that all started to shift. Slowly but surely, the frequency started to rise. And now it's rising at such a rapid pace, like crazy rapid pace, right? But at first it started quite slowly. So what this means is that the planet, actually, the frequency of the planet started to go up towards joy, abundance, authenticity, happiness, vitality, like cooperation, collaboration, all these beautiful things. the earth started to move, and it keeps moving up higher and higher and higher. That means everything on the planet also has to increase in frequency. And I know if you are listening to this, you know this has been happening. You know your frequency has been increasing, right? A lot of people aren't aware of what's really going on from a frequency basis. They just know life is not the same, right? Life is changing. The world is changing. But that's what's happened. Now, remember I said that your reality has to match your frequency. Okay? Well, when the frequency changes, reality has to change. It's energetic law. Okay? So the frequency in the planet has changed to these higher frequencies. That means that reality also has to change. So what that means at a real like human 3D level is when you raise your frequency, which you've been doing, everything that is not in energetic alignment with what your frequency is at now is going to fall away. And this is what a lot of people are experiencing. They don't understand it. And they blame the economy, they blame politics, they look for all the like 3D life world reasons why things are falling apart, or like they used to do really well at work and all of a sudden they can't. All of a sudden their marriage falls apart and all of a sudden like all these things are happening. And it's happening because the frequency of the planet has changed. And all the lives that were built at this lower frequency, everyone who built lives and whose frequency has gone up, this life no longer feels good. And it starts to fall away, either by you actually taking steps, and sometimes they just fall away. You lose a job, your partner leaves you, you have a health scare. Like all these things have been happening on this planet. And it's because the frequency has gone up. And energetic law says whatever's not in alignment, it goes away. And that can be tough. It totally can. However, know that it's happening for you. And there's ways to navigate through this. This is why, I have one-on-one clients and mentorships that go on for months at a time, because as people are raising their frequency at such a high fast level, things shift quickly. Things can move very, very quickly, right? And that's happening more and more. Like I remember 10 years ago, shifts in my life didn't happen like they do now. Like things can move so quickly in this new energy, right? But that's what happens is things all fall away. And it's just understanding that the reason why they're falling away is because they were in alignment with the energies down here, but they are no longer. There is this gap here. And you hear me talk about alignment a lot, and this is why. Because your reality is going to be in alignment with your frequency. Okay? Just the way it works. Of course, there's nuance to this, right? There's layers on how you do that, right? But at a real core fundamental level, your reality is going to match your frequency. So this is essentially what's happening. So remember I said the old system, all the rules were around fear. Well, they can no longer be. They can no longer be based on hustle, grind, because hustle and grind is all about fear. Doing what you're supposed to do is all about fear. Performing, proving your worth, like abandoning. Those are all low frequency actions to take. Those are all low frequency strategies. They don't wash in a world that's a high frequency. And the whole world is based on all these strategies. Like this is so like just embedded in how people operate that we don't even see it anymore. It's just like autopilot. We just self-abandon autopilot. When you go to a job and you don't show who you really are, that's self-abandonment. When you're in a relationship and you do things you don't want to do, that's self-abandonment. Like it's so inherent in our cultures that we don't even see it anymore. But the new frequency is going to be like, no, that doesn't fly. If you're self-abandoning in a relationship, you're going to find that relationship goes away. If you're performing and you're hustling, you're not going to get anywhere. Because these frequencies will not hold it. It's just like they disappear. The way I saw this years ago, and this way this was explained to me years ago, and it still lands today, is everything that is not in integrity will fall away. But I understand that at a deeper level now, because what I want to say is that integrity can look like morals, right? Integrity can look like doing the right thing. There's a deeper meaning to integrity. Integrity can be saying what you really mean, truly in your heart and soul, not performing, not saying what you think somebody wants to hear because you're scared of losing your job or scared of losing your partner. The word integrity has really been used very lightly. It's been a good word. Don't get me wrong. I love, like, integrity is my highest value. So I love it. But how it's been sort of portrayed in this world is it's like all about like ethics and morals when it goes so much deeper, so much deeper. So this new frequency, it says your integrity is the highest, but that means you showing up as you. Remember, I said authenticity is the highest frequency. Okay. So being in integrity means you are being 100% authentic. That's not what this lower frequency taught the world. It said, don't be yourself because no one's going to like you. You're going to be abandoned. You're not going to get the job, blah, 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 right? That's what the lower frequency taught you. This higher frequency goes, you being in integrity with who you really are is everything. This is why I say, like, your operating system, they're not even like alike. That's completely opposite. The old system taught you to abandon. The new one says, don't you dare. Don't you dare, from a good place. Like, you honor your soul. You honor your soul's blueprint. You see, you came here to do, be, have all these experiences and all these things, all these beautiful things. You've got likes, you've got joys, you've got passions, talents, gifts. The new frequency says, that's where you need to be. Stop doing what you're supposed to do. Stop doing what you think you have to do. Stop doing and being and da da da. The new frequency says, you're it. Be you. So when I say integrity is taken on a whole different level, it's like, are you who you're presenting? Is it really, really, really you? And I'm going to tell you that some of the patterns are so deeply ingrained about self-abandonment. They take a while to unravel, and sometimes we don't even see them. Like, I'm still uncovering parts of me where I'm not completely 100% myself. They're far and few between now, but like, we're getting really precise, right? I'm getting really precise on making sure I'm just like so coherent. But often we don't even realize we're doing something because we've done it our whole life. Our parents did it, our family did it, everyone around us is doing it. We don't even see it as a lack of integrity in who we are because it's so natural. But it's not natural, it's just been conditioned into us. And this new paradigm says that doesn't wash. It doesn't work. You have to be so true to yourself like you've never done before. And that's why I say there's a transition period, because the more you've self-abandoned, the more you've people-pleased, the more you've performed, the more you've put on a facade because you were told to, and there was a fear. This is not me judging, right? I did it too. We all did it because that's what the old paradigm, that was the operating system. That's what we had to do to survive. Like, it was survival. That was base core survival down here. The thing with the new paradigm is it's going to show you where you are not in alignment. It's going to show you where you're not coherent. It's going to show you where you're not living your soul's truth. And it's not always in the funnest way. Like, it can be through, like, you losing your job, you losing your partner, you losing friendships, you losing your home, health. Like, it could be a myriad of things. And likely you've already been through this, right? You're still watching this. You've already experienced some of this. You get, all of a sudden, you're just like, this was a part of your life, and all of a sudden it's no longer a part of your life. And it's because the frequency has changed so much, and there was something about a situation that doesn't land anymore. It doesn't work with your frequency anymore. So as you can see, as I'm sure you can see, these aren't even a little bit alike. And this is why it takes time to move over here, because moving over here is about removing all the masks that you wore because you had to. And I say this with so much love because I know you had to. We all did. And it sucked. It's so nice when you can take your mask off. But there is a moment of vulnerability because you've built an entire life around a low frequency. We all did. And so it takes courage. It takes being brave. But I know you've got it in you. But it does take those things. Again, this is why I work with people on a long-term basis, because most of the world is still operating in the old paradigm. Most of the world is still trying to hustle and grind and is confused why it's not working. Looking to the economy again, looking to all these different things, the politics, the wars, the politicians, we can come up with a million things to blame, right? And that's what we're taught to do. But the truth is, all those things, all the politics and the economy, that's all falling apart for the same reason that parts of your life may have or still are falling apart. The frequency has changed. Anything that is not in an energetic integrity will fall away, and that is going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. We have seen so many exposures over the last number of years. This is why. This is why. Because nothing that's out of alignment is going to be able to hold. So we're just seeing all the things, and you're seeing it in your own life. And it's not to punish you. It's not to discourage you. It is to show you what you need to let go of, because there's something so much better over here. And this is where the new paradigm is taking you. If you could look at it this way, this world taught you, first of all, a base of fear, but it also said you've got all these things to choose from. You have all these things to choose from. You could pick whatever you want, right? Essentially, pick whatever you want. You want that job, you can get it. You want that job because it looks good on your resume, you can get it. The new paradigm goes, you can't get that job because it's going to require you to sacrifice and abandon yourself. And no matter how much your mind says, I want that job, I've got all the credentials, I've got all the qualifications, I've got everything, I've got the experience, why aren't they hiring me? If it's not in energetic alignment, it's just not going to come in. You can do everything in your power to try and change it. And this is what happens in the new paradigm. It's like the universe goes, all these possibilities on one hand, but then it also says you can only do this much. But what it taught people was like, if you want something, even if it's not in alignment with you, if it's part of like your best interest, you can still get it. You work hard enough, you grind hard enough, you suffer. The new paradigm goes, beloved, I don't want you to do that. That job is not going to be good for you. And I know you want it because you've got bills to pay. Or I know you want that relationship because you think that person is it. But that person's not enough for you. Or that home that you think you want so much, it's just going to enslave you down the road. It doesn't allow, and it's not doing this, again, to harm or hurt you. It's going, the universe is at this high enough frequency. It's going, we love you so much that we don't want you to struggle anymore. But you've got to let go of what you think you're supposed to do and what you think you're supposed to have and how it's supposed to go. The new paradigm goes, no. And this is the shift. This is a big shift. I'm sure as you're listening to this, you can feel it. It is much more calm and peaceful and joyful over here because you're not pushing and struggling and trying to get something that was never meant for you and is not for your best and highest good. And this is what the new paradigm wants for you. It wants you to live a life that you came here to live that is in congruence with your soul blueprint. It doesn't want you to live a life that's just created by distortion and what everybody else is doing and everything else. It wants you to live a life that is true to you. And that can be flipping scary. I get it. But it's also really beautiful. It's also very peaceful. So now, I said at the beginning, there's a fundamental shift that you want to make. I've already talked about a number, to be honest. I've already actually shared quite a bit. And actually, as what just came in is, that was an activation right there. I was channeling, I went to channel for a moment there. That was definitely an activation. So you need to listen to that again, because that's where you're moving towards, and you're ready. You're actually ready. You're ready for here. It's coming through. You are ready for here. So I want you to think of it this way. This is more, your logical brain's going to love this part. So if you look at the old paradigm, it said, if you don't have what you want, if you're not getting to what you are going after, whatever it is, whatever area of life, and you're taking action and it's not working, either do more or change your strategy, like learn a new skill. Like there's something you need to do in the physical world, right? Because it taught you that you could just go after whatever you wanted, right? Just pick something and go after it, even if like it's totally out of alignment for you. So that's what it taught you. It taught you, trust your logical mind, trust your strategy, right? Talk to other people, like all these kinds of things, network, all these kind of, talk to somebody else who's done it, like all these things. Strategy, strategy, strategy. That was the name of the game in the old paradigm. But strategy is actually often a fear-based response, which is really interesting. And I love strategy, but strategy in the new paradigm is very different. So that is your ingrained response. If something's not working, change my strategy. That is so inherent in you, you probably don't even realize you do it, right? The new paradigm is very, very different, okay, as you can tell. And the fundamental core key change is that it's energy first. It's energy first, which means that if something is not going the way you want it to go, you've got to start looking at, like, am I in energetic alignment with it? Do I actually want it? Am I trying to force something? Is there a block within me? It's about you. Okay? The old paradigm taught you just like find the strategy outside of you that you can implement. Like it's all about you implementing something, right? The new paradigm is energy first. So again, are you trying to get something that's not actually even in alignment with you? Are you trying to force something that's not meant for you? Or if it is meant for you, do you have an energetic block within you? Because it could be a broader topic, like you're trying to get abundance and you can't seem to get to the next level. There's an energetic block. It depends on what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to get like a particular job and you can't get it no matter what, maybe it's not in alignment with you. Okay? Because if it's not, it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to get it. But there can be patterns too, like I said. Like say you're trying to, I don't know, improve your health. And you just can't, no matter what you do, you just can't seem to. There's a block within there somewhere. And you've tried all these different things. A new strategy isn't going to help. A new diet's not going to help. A new supplement's not going to help. There's something core fundamental that's underneath this. And this is the thing about the new paradigm. It's we have to look at this energy first. And then once you line up the energy or clear the blocks or clear the static, whatever's going on there, and it's going to be a myriad of different things depending on what you're doing. This is why I do what I do. This is why I have individual sessions, because it could be a couple things. Is it a pattern, a big pattern? Is it a specific pattern to this one thing? Like, what is it? Once you unlock that, then you work on the strategy. However, what I will also say is that strategy needs to be in alignment with you. The highest frequency in the new paradigm is authenticity. You cannot pick a strategy that is not in alignment with you and hope it works. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't want you to try things that don't feel good, that aren't natural for you. Like I remember years ago, people say things like, networking. Oh, this has been a thing of mine for like 15 years. You got to go to networking events. You've got to be able to network, right? I put myself in, I went to booked networking events. Like I did so much around networking. I hated every minute of it. I am not a networker. Like naturally, if things come in naturally, it's great. But I'm not a person who can just go in somewhere and just do this. And I tried for so long, and I struggled. It never got me anywhere, right? And for other people, it's the end all be all. It works perfect. It is like the ticket for them. And this is what I'm saying. It's like for so long, we've been told that, you got to do things this way or that way. And it's like, no. I mean, the answer was, and eventually I did realize, Andrea, you hate this. Like, you hate it. Of course, you're not going to succeed at it. It's not natural for you. You don't want to do this. So the new paradigm is not just energy with what you're in alignment with or removing blocks. It's also understanding that strategy has to be in energetic alignment with you. Energy matters, your frequency matters. What also matters when I say energy first and foremost is, do you understand quantum mechanics? Do you understand the principles of energy and how to leverage energy to actually create success? Because the old paradigm ignored it. Actually, that's understating it. It actually went against a lot of energetic principles, because pushing is actually against energetic principles. Fear is working against energetic principles. Like there's a lot. Like it was so distorted. So it's energy first. So if things aren't working, or if you're not where you want to be, your first stop is to look at your energy. And like I said, there's a whole like list of things you kind of got to go through to figure out what's going on. But that's why I said this is your operating system. Because your old operating system said strategy, 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 push, 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 work harder, more output, do more, self-sacrifice more. That was your list, okay? You can think of like your old paradigm list. That was your list. If things weren't working, you might not be completely conscious of it, but you can see that's likely how you've been living. This other one is energy first. What is it? Is it a block? Are you in alignment? Da, da, da. You've got to go through a different list. And sometimes it is just divine timing. And you got to be able to notice that too. But it's a completely different list. And it takes time. I still trip up. I still go to the strategy every once in a while. I'm very quick to recover from it now. It doesn't happen as often at all. But the instinct to go straight to strategy is very ingrained in the human collective. And I suspect it's very ingrained in you. What logical thing can you do? It's all about the logic, right? The old paradigm is all about the logical mind. How can it get us there? And the logical mind was never meant to bring you joy. The logical mind was never meant to bring you abundance, fulfillment, happiness. The logical mind is really to repeat the past. So if you want to move to the new paradigm, you cannot use your logical mind. So you knowing this now is huge. It's huge. You can start to make the shift today, literally. All right, beautiful soul. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear and share what landed for you. And if it did land for you, please share, like, subscribe, comment down below. Really helps get the message out here. And of course, if you're looking for some one-on-one mentorship, I do one-on-one sessions, just like one-off individual sessions, as well as long-term mentorship, 1 month. I just introduced a 1 month actually. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. I only do 6 months when I worked with somebody a little bit before we know each other and we know that we work really well together. It's really important because those longer mentorships, they get pretty deep. We get pretty close. We get pretty connected, and there's some really deep work we do together. So there's got to be a real resonance between us for both of us, right? And when that happens, of course, beautiful things can happen, but it's really important. There's a real energetic alignment. I am all about alignment, right? So I'm going to put lots of details down below there, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.